Hi, I'm Graham, Caravan Vlogger, YouTube channel. In this video I'll be walking through the control panel of the Alde 3020 central heating system. We've had it for about a month, so I'm still getting used to it. We've probably used it twice in anger. So some things I don't know about. I'd be great if somebody could reply in the comment section with answers to some of these, because there's some options I don't know about. Looking through the Bailey manual, it isn't particularly fantastic on the control panel. It sort of shows you the main ones, but there are probably 5 or 6 symbols that I don't really understand what they do. Anyway, I'll do my best to tell you what I do know, and if you have any comments or anything, just let me know below. Thanks. Hi, welcome to a short video about our Alde heating controller. I think it's Alde, might be Alde or Alde, but I've seen one video from the heating company themselves and they say Alde, so that's what I'll stick to, although I'll probably change from Alde to Alde to Alde during this video. So switching it on here, so this is the 3020 HE compact, fitted to a Unicorn 4 Caravan. The first screen you come to here is fairly straightforward. It gives you the that it's connected to the electricity. The temperature inside is currently 24 degrees, and this icon here is telling you that the temperature is measured by the inside of the van rather than any external devices. So here's the menu button. So confronted with these options here, the top one is fairly obvious. It's what temperature you want the van to be. So you could go up by 0.5 a degree or go down by 0.5 a degree. The second one is temperature of the hot water. So you can increase. So at the moment there's no hot water at all, no hot water being heated. So I could turn that up or down. If you turn the hot water up to maximum, the circulation pump on the heating is disabled for 30 minutes. I guess the system struggles to deliver heat to both room heating and hot water. So bear that in mind. If you fancy a quick shower, your heating will be less effectual for half an hour. And the third one here is how much kilowatt the heating would use. So it'd either be 1, 2 or 3, or indeed off. I guess if you want the van heated, don't leave it to off. We normally put it on 3 kilowatts to start with, and once it's warm we'll turn it down, so it's just ticking over. At the bottom here, if you want to run it off gas, you could press the gas light there and that will power the hot water and heating from your gas cylinder. The little spanner cog here is the settings menu. The first one here, the crescent moon, is night mode. You can turn this on, and during this mode you could set a temperature for overnight. So if you like it cooler overnight, as we do, you can set it to say 18 degrees, and then you can program in the amount of time that you want that period to be. So in here the default is 10 till 6. You could change that up and down. This button here is very useful, and what it does is at night it stops this display from illuminating, which is fantastic. The first night we used it, we were kept up half the night because we didn't realise how to turn this off. So basically I turned the heating off so that I could, because I mean a caravan has so many lights at night, it's almost like Blackpool illuminations. You have the light from the fridge, a light from the aerial booster, all blue. So we usually go around covering those with blue tack. This one is much easier. You could just set it to turn the display off at a certain period of time. So in this case, at 10 o'clock at night, the heating will reduce in temperature and also turn off the display. Next one is day mode. So basically the same as night mode, but for different times. So during the day you could have a bit warmer and then cool down at night. Prio, so this is a priority, so whether you prioritize electricity or gas, a preferential thing. We always use electricity if we're on site generally. I mean, if we were wild camping, would we use gas, which we rarely do, but it's there if you need it. This one here, as the same as the button before, you could set the screen to bright or dark, or increase the level of brightness, or decrease the level of brightness. So yeah, and this last one is a standby screen, so whether it's bright green or dark. So if you leave it for a certain amount of time, the screen will time out and it may stay light, or if you've got it dark, it will just go dark. So this button here with the clock, you can set the time and day. Obviously we haven't set it, or in fact this is the first time I've seen this particular menu. You could show the time and day as well on the screen. Scroll down, you get more options. The options on this screen aren't documented very well, if at all, in the Bailey documentation. You could kind of make your own guess at what they are. So offset temperature, I don't know what that is. Altitude, if you're over 1,000 meters, it obviously does something different with the heating system. This one here is whether it beeps when you press the keys. This one is a delayed start, so you could, if you're going away the next day, you could delay the start of the heating if you want start and stop times. This is continue. This is the pump setting. Now, when I got it, picked it up new, it was set to continual, which means the circulation pump is on all the time. If you set it to therm, then it cuts out when the heating cuts out. So if you set it to 23 degrees, it reaches 23 degrees, the circulation pump will stop, which is, I think, ideal. Initially it was on constantly, which I don't think is the best. So there's more options. Resets all your settings to factory default. External, I think, is an external heat switch. Again, it's not documented in my language. I can set the language if you like. Installed options. I don't think I have any external options, so I never set anything on there, but there if you ever need them. Now, I don't know if anyone can comment below when you look at this video whether or not the heating system can run off the battery. I've read a few things about motorhomes that are able to, but I don't know about caravans. I've tried it a few times and it doesn't seem to do anything, I don't think. So anyway, if anyone knows, do let me know. So on the main screen now, we didn't have before, we have an A, which is for activated functions. And I think during the demonstration I've obviously turned on night mode, so that tells me that that's activated on the front screen, so that you can see what options or if you have any options enabled, it will show you here. And to turn the system off, you just press the off button. That not only switches the display off, but also switches the heating off. So again, when the screen just comes on, it tells me that I've got an actuated option on there, which is night mode, as we saw earlier. If I just go back into here, so it's that's greyed out now because it is in night mode. So if I turn that off, I haven't got any activated functions. So what I wanted to lastly show you is that when you if I increase the temperature above what it is in the van at the moment, believe it or not, it's 25 degrees and it's 8 degrees outside, so it does work. This is the symbol for the circulation pump. So that's kind of the way I know that if the heating's working. You can obviously tell if the radiator's warmed up or not, but you could also see that the circulation pumps there is on, and that's connected to electricity. So that concludes my walkthrough of the control panel of the Alde 3020 system. As you'll notice, I don't know all the options. We've used it twice in anger, so we're still getting used to the system ourselves. One of the biggest things I've learned just there, talking it through with you guys, is that you can automate the way the control panel is switched off at night. The first night we had it, I had to get up and literally just turn it off because the light was so bright. So hey, I've learned something new. Fantastic. I hope you have too. If you can answer some of the questions that I had during the video of some of the icons, then please comment below and we'll learn together, which is kind of what YouTube's all about, and certainly what this channel's about. I can share my knowledge and hopefully you share yours. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe, and then you'll find out when we've issued new videos. We've got a few trips planned this year, one fairly shortly, and quite a long summer one, south of France, which we will be vlogging our way through. So yeah, quite a few videos to come hopefully, once I get used to using all the technology. Thanks very much for watching again.